This year it was important to discuss the recommendation of SITC and the BGICS in immuno-oncology. Because of all of us know that the immunotherapy now is the fourth pillar of treatment after chemo, radiation, and the hormonal treatment for cancer management. So a lot of drugs have been discovered in the last years, last 3 years. So it is important to go for the area of controversy where the patient selections, the adverse events, what is the best strategy for going maintenance. So yesterday we go for the first SITC and BGICS recommendation in immuno-oncology, and we discuss the testing, the concept of immuno-oncology. Can use the immunotherapy and all checkpoint inhibitors instead of each other or not? And we stated that is not. Every checkpoint inhibitor is different in the term of efficacy and toxicity. And also we go for algorithm for treatment of non-small cell lung cancer, and dividing the patients into 3 main groups, either those with oncogenic driven tumor positive with PD-L1 positive or negative, or oncogenic driven tumor negative and PD-L1 negative, and considered it like the triple negative disease of breast cancer, and the other is oncogenic driven tumor negative and PD-L1 positive. And so we go on the first line treatment for all of these, and the second line, and how the science changed in very fast, and now we have a first line approval of the immunotherapy, especially the Pembro, in the first line treatment if the PD-L1 is more than 50%. And also we showed that it is different not to use all the other checkpoint inhibitor, because we have some failure of the Nivo in the first line when compared with the chemotherapy in this line. And the second line, also the panelist was agreeing that there is no need for PD-L1 assessment, and we can use for immunotherapy in the second line without PD-L1 assessment. We discussed the combination with chemo, combination with targeted therapy, and we discussed the Keynote 21, the Empower study, and also weighing this efficacy compared to the adverse events and the cost of the treatment, especially in a region like the Middle East. We have also in this conference 2 very important sessions. First is the prevention session, which will be held in collaboration with the National Cancer Control Committee in Egypt, and the NCN-MENA, and the ICC, the WHO EMIRO. And this is very important for the region, because it is important to go for tailoring the prevention guidelines of treatment of prevention in the population in the MENA and limited resources countries. We have today morning like a small panel for completing this recommendation before the voting session, which will be attended by 50 of the most of the important KOLs in the region and the world, to emphasize about this recommendation in the prevention. Also the drug discovery, and it is an important session we introduced this year in collaboration with the pharmaceuticals and the clinical pharmacy departments in the Faculty of Pharmacy. And we have multiple new molecules started to appear in the Egyptian market with tyrosine kinase inhibitors, and there is a lot of preclinical studies and phase 1 studies in these new tyrosine kinase molecules. So it is, I think, one of the important things also in the prevention session, that we have the numbers of the cancer patients in Egypt is about 115,000 patients per year, and the breast cancer constitute about 34% of this number. And so with the prevention, we can reduce these numbers to about 40% of these amounts. So we go for the plans and the strategy for this cancer control plan. I'm very happy with this year because we have celebrating the 10th one, the 10th round of the BGICC with participants reaching about 3,200 participants from all specialties, divided in 10 parallel sessions, as you see in the conference. And also, it is important that you know that about 70% of the attendees is young oncologists and young doctors. So we are very happy to have this educational activity for them. This year also we have a collaboration with the international journal, the Tumori Journal, and all the proceeding of and the abstracts of the conference was published in this journal. So may expose the people may expose to international societies and practitioners for this their work. And the good thing that me and Lisha Iman and Professor Hoprogo discuss next year that we will go for like a young oncologist activity because of this. So we will go for like 2 activities, master class for the young oncologists, and also to have breakfast with experts for all of them to try to share the knowledge and ideas to improve the career of young oncologists in research and also in their physician career.